Upset alert is complete, ladies and gentlemen. That's right. Kasatkina, the world's ranked number 12, upset by Yue Yuan as a 2-1 underdog. That was a lock for me. Another perfect day in predictions. Very, very easy, guys. Now listen, Yuan, she played amazing today. Let's give her a round of applause, guys. The world's ranked 49th. Actually, year over year in the live ranking, she's now a top 30 player. In the race to the final, she's ranked 27th. She's playing amazing. She's on a 9-match win streak, and she's 25 years old, making her first Masters quarterfinal. She's going to take on Coco Gauff, who just turned 20 today and now is making her 13th Masters quarterfinal. So let's give these players flowers, guys, while they're having success. Let's not wait till they retire to finally put some respect on their name. Coco is doing amazing, and in case you don't know, Coco's got more championships, just the same amount as Yuan and Dasha combined. And she's a lot younger. 51 master victories, guys. That's the most since the 1000 format. She's going to take on this young lady here who every time I see, she looks different. That's right, because she's that darn good. Now, in terms of this match here, Yuan lost the first set 6-4. I felt she was rushing a bit too much. She started to kind of realize when you play Dasha, you have to be patient those first 5-6 shots. What she likes to do, she likes to go to a top spin. She likes that high bouncing ball that you really can't do anything with. But if you're patient enough, you will find your opportunities because her serve breaks down. Literally in this match, guys, I watched Dasha's serve decline set over set over set. It's just a deficit each set. And a lot of that, I've talked about this in the past. If Dash is going to be a serious contender, I mean, she's a top 20 player in any day of the week. But if she's going to win a slam and really start winning these master events, she has to work on her serve. She's got enough in her to get to the, round of 16, in some cases the quarterfinals. But to actually win these tournaments, she has to work on her serve. I feel sometimes she beats herself. And to go a little more into that topic, if you've never played tennis, it takes a lot of energy to be a high efficient server, which is why these players like Rebecca, Alicia Parks, Coco, Caroline Garcia, they have great stamina that a lot of people don't realize. It takes a lot of strength and energy to serve fast balls or even to serve, period. So I feel Dasha's style, it's so physically draining, physically and mentally, that as the match wears on, and again, I talked about, she cannot continue to have, she's not going to have a long career in her late 30s playing 3-set matches. I don't think so, because as the tour gets younger and stronger, these players are just going to be hitting her off the court. But I do feel that in contrast to her grueling style, it really, really affects her serve late in these matches because she gets tired. Like, I can play tons of videos and show you tons of clips where she's just sweating, she's breathing hard, and she's out of it. And a lot of that is due to her style. She's got to take a lot of pressure off of herself by improving her serve. She has to. She's too good of a player to be declining like this in these big matches on her serve, because I feel she's getting a bit tired. And we watched that, and look at that. It's really sad to watch. But let's talk about Yue Yuan for a minute, guys. She's on a 9-match win streak. She's from China, back-to-back 41 seasons. It's really, really good. I just find it just, it's so good internally. It's a great feeling seeing these players that I've covered on the ITF for so long finally push through. Yuan's one of those players I've covered a lot of her matches, and she just got her first main tour championship, her maiden title in Austin, Texas, guys. She took out some very tough competition, and now she's got the biggest match of her life. As the ladies shake hands at the net, she hugs her camp. That's her coach, guys. They are undefeated together, and sometimes it pays to change coaches, guys. I don't know if the coaching change by Jessica Pegula was warranted, but sometimes a new coach can bring out what's always been in you, right? A lot of times it's not how you say it. It's just showing and helping your player believe in themselves, And a lot of times it just takes a new voice to kind of echo the same things that's constantly being said. But this is a great coaching relationship. I feel Yue Yuan, she likes it. She's showing the mental confidence on the court that she belongs, because a lot of times when you're coming up from the ITF to the main tour, it's just a feeling of wanting to be assured that you belong there. And once you get that confidence, I say it all the time, tennis is about rhythm, form, timing, and confidence, right? As long as you have your confidence in your form, sometimes you just need a little bit of luck of the draw with the schedule. And right now we're seeing Yue Yuan just go through everyone that's thrown at her. And she is passing these tests with flying colors. Now, she's played a lot of matches on the ITF the last couple of years, and I say this all the time. The big difference between the ITF and the main tour is power. A lot of times, the great players on the ITF that have power, they rise through the ranks quickly. Players that kind of hang around the ITF circuit, they kind of lack that power, but on the ITF is where you build your shot-making ability. And I say this a lot. If you watch a lot of lower-level tennis, a lot of these rallies go 9, 10, 15 shots deep. Every rally, every shot, every serve, right? And because it's players, they lack power. And that's where you build your shot making ability. That's where you build your in game IQ. That's how you learn to improvise. That's how you learn to adjust to your opponent, strategize, and all that great stuff. Now, this announcer here, guys, he is one of the best announcers I've heard. He's the only one, in fact, that I've heard pronounce every player's name correctly. And I watch a lot of tennis. Trust me, guys. Look, these chair umpires and these announcers, they're literally worse than me pronouncing these players' names. This guy's the only announcer that I've heard pronounce every player's name correctly, and he pronounces how the player wants it to be pronounced, right? Not based on the vowels, the spelling, the geography. He pronounces it how the player wants it to be pronounced. He's amazing. Now, Yuan said she's excited to face Coco. And this is going to be a good match, guys. They've never played before. Again, that's her coach. They are undefeated together since their relationship started. But if we take a look at the stats here, guys, a lot of errors here, a lot of errors. This was a very messy match, but Yuan realized she needed to be patient to beat Dasha. And that's really the key there, guys. More winners. She just played a solid match, and she's hot right now. She's playing with house money. She has nothing to lose. She has her confidence. It's going to be a tough match for Coco. I felt that Yuan would be a tougher match for Coco than Dasha. I just feel Dasha, she's had success with Coco, a couple of years ago, but I just feel the Coco now would be too athletic for Dasha. With that high bouncing ball, that topspin, I feel Coco could take it early with her athletic ability and speed Dasha up into making mistakes. And I just feel the serve, Coco's ability and her power from that serve would just put Dasha behind the rally too much, where she can go down the line and just avoid these long rally exchanges with Dasha. Whereas Yue Yuan, she's much more athletic. She's explosive vertically. She's going to try and speed Coco up. Yue Yuan's got a good forehand as well. And Coco, we saw today destroy Elise Mertens with her forehand. So I do feel that, again, the talk with Coco's forehand, it's a talking point, but it's not really, it's not really as what the critics make it out to be. I mean, you got to look at all of her accomplishments. She's been inside the top 10 forever, right? She's a top 3 player. She's got a ton of championships, a ton of wins. How's she winning all these matches? What do you think? It's by luck? It's by chance? She's winning all these matches with her backhand, with her defense? No. So it's definitely overhyped. It's something to talk about. But the reality here is Coco's a solid player for the most part all around. Yue Yuan's going to have her hands full. Stay tuned, guys. I think we're going to predict all these matches. Another perfect day for me today. This draw has been gold. Let's take a look here. Who do we have? The first match, Iga Swiatek and Waz. That's going to be a good match, guys. Now, Iga, I do feel Iga, I think Iga's overvalued lately, right? So I'm going to keep my eye on Iga. Waz, I don't know if Waz has got enough to beat Iga, to be honest with you. I just think Waz, between her toe and the way she looked against Kerber. I think Iga's going to play a little too fast. I think the next matchup for Iga will really be tough between Potapova and Marta. Now, Marta is playing very, very good tennis right now. She's a fan favorite, and a lot of people want her to do well. But Potapova, I just think Potapova's on a different level than Marta. They're not on the same level, and a lot of people are going to disagree with how Marta's playing right now. But I don't think Marta's on the same level with Potapova. I just don't. In terms of Yuan and Gauff, again, I think we got level issues here. I think Yuan's playing really, really good, but Gauff is she's on a different level. We're talking about, in my opinion, by far one of the best players in the world, without a doubt. The best defender in the world, the best mover in the world, the best backhand in the world. Coco's got a lot of best behind her name. And who's down there at the bottom? Sakri. Look, Sakri is playing good tennis. Good to see her come through with Diane Perry with a nice favorable line there. That's going to be a good match, guys. Now we got Maria Sakri and Emma Navarro. That's a match where Sakri's going to try to get revenge. You know, Emma played her very, very well last time. But I do expect Sakri to come through against Emma Navarro. Good matches tomorrow, guys. Get your popcorn. Stay tuned. Tennis in a minute. We'll be back.